Anna Brooks sat in her quiet office on Sunday afternoon, tapping her pen against a stack of tenant applications. The air conditioner hummed above her, and the sun from the window fell over the folder labeled 510 West Alder 3rd floor. That building was her favorite project, the one she bought with her own money and renovated floor by floor. She was studying a credit score when her phone lit up on the desk. Grace. Her cousin. Anna almost let it ring out. Sunday was her work day. But the phone buzzed again. Then again. 3 missed calls in 5 minutes meant trouble. She sighed and answered. Grace? What's wrong? Grace's voice came fast and shaky. Anna, are you looking at the family group chat? Anna frowned. No. I muted it. They've been sending too many birthday videos. Grace lowered her voice. You need to look now. I'm serious. Something cold moved through Anna's chest. She opened WhatsApp, scrolled to Brooks' family, and the screen filled with her photos but not taken by her. Her family was inside her building. She froze. In the first picture, her mother stood in the middle of the penthouse at 510 West Alder, arms stretched wide like a queen. In the next photo, her brother Mark was holding a tape measure in the exact same 3rd floor space Anna was trying to lease. Another picture showed her sister Lisa's 2 kids running down the 2nd floor hallway like it was a playground. Then came the caption that made Anna's stomach knot. Her mother had written, "We've divided the property fairly among family." More messages rolled in one after another like punches. Mark will use the 3rd floor for his art studio. Perfect light. Lisa gets the 2nd floor. Good for the kids. Mom and Dad are taking the penthouse. Of course. Then the one that cut the deepest. Anna can keep the ground floor for her office. She's there all the time anyway. Anna stared at it, the phone trembling in her hand. This is my $2.3 million building, she whispered to no one. They can't be serious. Grace texted again. I told them this isn't right. They said Mom has papers. Anna didn't waste time. She hit call on Peter, her property manager. He picked up on the 2nd ring, already sounding nervous. Miss Brooks. Peter, Anna said, trying to keep her voice even, how did my family get into the building today? There was a pause, then a guilty sigh. Your mother came on Friday with your brother. She showed me some old papers for Brooks' property. It had her name on it. She said she was co-founder and she had permission to measure the building. I let them in. I thought it was approved by you. Anna stood up from her chair, pacing. Peter, that document is from 8 years ago. My mother co-signed one loan for me back then. I repaid it. I removed her from everything with a notarized letter. She has no authority now. Peter sounded smaller. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I should have checked. She's your mom. Anna pinched the bridge of her nose. This wasn't an accident. Her mother had been asking her innocent questions for weeks. How many floors does Alder have again? Are all the offices rented? Do you still use the old company name? Anna saw it clearly now. This was planned. She opened her contacts and called the one person who never panicked. David Clark, her lawyer, answered on the first ring. Anna. David, I need you at 510 West Alder right now, she said, already grabbing her keys. My family is inside my building, claiming floors like it's a will reading. David didn't even sound surprised. Do you have the updated corporate filings? Yes, she said, pushing the office door open. Bring copies anyway. And the property deed. On my way, he said. As she hurried to the elevator, Anna called building security. This is Anna Brooks, owner of 510 West Alder. I have unauthorized people in the building. No one leaves until I get there. Do you understand? The guard confirmed. In the parking lot, Anna took one steadying breath. Her family thought she was still the quiet daughter who said thank you when they took credit for her work. Not today. She got into her car, the anger giving her focus. As she drove, she thought of that old $15,000 loan, how her mother had used it to say, "We built this together." That might work in family dinners. It did not work in court. The 10-minute drive felt like an hour. When Anna turned into the lot, she saw cars she didn't recognize. Her aunt's silver SUV, her uncle's old truck, a cousin's minivan. They'd turned her commercial property into a family party. She walked through the glass doors of her own lobby and heard her mother's voice float across the marble. Oh, there she is. Come join the celebration. A banner hung across the wall. Brooks Family Estate Planning Dinner. Champagne glasses, people laughing, someone in the corner taking notes like an appraiser. Anna stopped in the middle of the lobby. "What exactly is happening here?" she asked, her tone calm but sharp. Her mother, Mary, walked over with her arms wide. "We're planning the family's future, sweetheart. Everyone is getting a piece of the Brooks legacy." Anna blinked. "You mean my building? The one I bought? With my company?" Her father, James, stepped in with that tired line. "Don't be selfish, Anna. This is about family." Mark waved a magazine. "The third floor is perfect for my studio." Just then the elevator dinged. David Clark stepped out, leather portfolio in hand. Anna raised her voice so everyone could hear. "This celebration is over. This building belongs to Brooks Property Limited. I am the only owner." The chatter died instantly. Dozens of eyes turned toward Anna. Her mother's smile didn't fade, it just stiffened at the corners. "Don't be ridiculous, dear," Mary said lightly. "I co-founded Brooks Property. It's as much mine as yours." David stepped forward, calm but firm. "That's not correct, Mrs. Brooks," he said, opening his leather folder. "Here are the current corporate filings, showing Anna Brooks as the sole owner of Brooks Property Limited and the sole deed holder for 510 West Alder." He laid the papers on a marble table for everyone to see. "Any claim of shared ownership is invalid and potentially unlawful." The room fell silent except for the faint hum of the air conditioner. Anna folded her arms. "You walked into my building, threw a party and claimed my property. That's not family, Mom. That's trespassing." Mary's voice turned sharp. "You're choosing money over family. After everything we've done for you." "No," Anna said evenly. "I'm choosing boundaries." Security guards entered then, tall and professional. One of them spoke quietly into a radio while the others moved toward the guests. Relatives began gathering handbags and coats, muttering. Her brother shot her a glare. Her father avoided her eyes. When the guards opened the glass doors, Mary hesitated, her face twisted with anger and hurt. "This isn't over," she said. "Family means sharing." Anna didn't flinch. "This was never yours to share." The guards guided the last of the guests out. The banner that once read Brooks Family Estate Planning Dinner sagged from one side, half torn. The marble floor was littered with empty glasses and napkins like the aftermath of a storm. When the doors finally closed, Anna stayed still, hands shaking slightly. Grace stepped forward from the corner where she'd been standing the whole time, eyes wide with relief. "I tried to warn you," she whispered. "They've been planning this for weeks. I couldn't stomach it anymore." David gathered the papers into his folder. "We'll change all the locks and update the access system tomorrow morning," he said. "I'll also prepare cease and desist letters for your family. They crossed legal lines today." Anna nodded, her jaw tight. She looked at the banner again, Brooks Family Estate Planning Dinner, and gave a humorless laugh. "They tried to make me a guest at my own downfall." Grace touched her arm gently. "You didn't just stop them," she said. "You showed them who really owns this place." For the first time all day Anna smiled, small but real. "Then tomorrow we start cleaning house, inside and out." By sunrise the locksmiths arrived. The clink of metal and the soft buzz of drills filled the quiet building. Anna walked through each floor with a clipboard while 3 different technicians replaced every lock. "Every door, every keypad," she reminded them. "No exceptions." Peter, her shaken property manager, stood nearby clutching a folder. "Miss Brooks," he began, voice low. "I've compiled everything about how your family got in. The fake paperwork, the entry logs, even the security footage." Anna took the folder without comment. "Walk me through it," she said. Peter explained that Mary had come with old certificates naming her as co-founder and even an outdated tax letter listing her as responsible party. "She said you were restructuring," he finished miserably. "I believed her. She's your mother." Anna sighed. "That's exactly the problem. Everyone assumes family means honesty." She opened the folder on her desk. Peter's notes were neat and chronological. Timestamps, photos, copies of the old LLC papers her mother had used. Every step of the takeover attempt was documented. Her phone buzzed. It was David. "I found the bank statements showing your repayment of the $15,000 loan," he said. "Plus the notarized letter removing your mother from all company accounts. It's airtight." Anna's pulse steadied a little. Good, she replied. Because this wasn't a misunderstanding, David. This was an operation. She hung up and stared out the office window at the rising sun. They wanted ownership, she murmured. But they've just given me evidence. Later that afternoon, Anna sat surrounded by paperwork. Deeds, letters, balance sheets. Each page was proof that she had built Brooks' property on her own. Still, she couldn't shake the sense of violation. Her family had walked through her hallways, toasted with champagne and called it theirs. Grace texted again. Mom's already talking to Aunt Deb about taking the Hamilton Street property too. Anna blinked. Hamilton Street, her second acquisition. She'd purchased it entirely from profits. No family involvement at all. She grabbed her phone and called David back. It's bigger than I thought, she said. They're extending their story to all my properties. David's voice turned grave. Then we document everything. Every acquisition, every transaction, every witness. By evening, her office resembled a legal war room. Folders lined the conference table. Sticky notes color-coded each property in her portfolio. We'll preempt any claim they can make, David said, flipping through documents. We'll also preserve the footage from their so-called estate dinner. It proves intent. Anna nodded. Do it. And I want statements from my building managers confirming I'm the sole decision-maker. Already in motion, he said. Outside, the city lights flickered on one by one. Anna looked at her reflection in the window. They thought I'd cry, she said softly. But I'm just getting started. 2 days later, the phone calls began. Tenants asking, do you really own the building? Investors politely inquiring if the family situation might affect their leases. The rumors spread like wildfire. Anna scrolled through her phone and froze at a Facebook post. Her mother had written publicly, heartbroken that my daughter pushed me out of the company we built together. A photo of Mary smiling with Mark and Lisa accompanied it. Underneath, hundreds of comments called Anna ungrateful. They're making this public, she muttered. Grace called minutes later. Mark just uploaded a video from the estate dinner, edited to make it look like you were part of it. Anna clenched her jaw. Then we take it down. All of it. David moved fast. This qualifies as defamation, he said. We'll issue cease and desist letters to every platform and the blog that reposted it. Anna hesitated. Won't that make things worse? Staying silent already made it worse, David replied. Within 24 hours, legal notices went out. By the next afternoon, the business blog removed the story. Then Mark's video vanished. Mary's post lingered longest, gathering sympathy, until the platform flagged it for false claims. One by one their posts disappeared. Anna exhaled slowly. Not victory yet, she said, but the first round's done. David agreed. Documentation beats accusation every time. That evening Anna reviewed her investor emails. Confidence was slowly returning. A few partners even wrote to praise how professionally she'd handled the situation. She looked around her office, quiet again, clean again, and finally allowed herself a moment to breathe. Grace texted they're meeting with a new lawyer tomorrow. Some guy named Richard Hanley. Anna frowned. She knew the name. Hanley specialized in family business lawsuits. She stared at the message for a long moment, her reflection dim in the window. So they're really doing this, she whispered. She straightened the stack of papers on her desk. Then I'll be ready. The next morning Anna and David sat in the conference room surrounded by files stacked in careful rows. If they hire Hanley, David said, tapping his pen, it means they're preparing for formal litigation. Anna nodded, her jaw tight. Then we build a defense so solid it crushes any attempt they make. She pulled out old receipts, tax documents, and transfer records from the day she'd repaid her mother's loan 8 years ago. They can twist emotions, but they can't twist math, she said. Together they began compiling a full ownership timeline. Every check, every notarized signature, every amendment filed with the Secretary of State. David glanced up. If they file suit, it'll be to freeze your assets first. Anna gave a bitter laugh. Let them try. I've turned betrayal into business before. 3 days later, Grace appeared at Anna's office door holding a thick envelope. It came, she said softly. Anna opened it with steady hands. Across the top read, Mary Brooks, Mark Brooks and Lisa Carter vs. Brooks Property Limited. Her mother, brother, and sister were suing her. The words blurred for a moment, but she blinked until they cleared. They actually did it, she whispered. David scanned the complaint beside her. They're claiming implied partnership and ownership of the company. They're suing for everything, Anna said flatly. The room was silent except for the soft hum of the air conditioner. Finally she looked up. Then they'll get everything, just not what they expect. That night Anna barely slept. Her phone kept buzzing, investors worried about the lawsuit, tenants asking questions. By morning David called with an update. Hanley filed an emergency motion to freeze your operating account, he said grimly. Anna's hand tightened around the phone. He's trying to make it look like the company is being divided. Exactly, David replied. The judge issued a temporary hold until the hearing. The words sank like stones in her chest. Her refinancing deal for the Monroe Street property would collapse if this wasn't lifted. He's playing dirty, Anna said. So we'll fight clean with evidence. The news hit local media within hours. Mother sues daughter over real estate empire. Anna watched the broadcast in silence from her office couch. Her mother's tearful face filled the screen. I only wanted what's fair, Mary said, voice trembling. I helped Anna start this company. Then she shut me out. Anna turned off the television and whispered to herself, You didn't help me start it, you co-signed a loan. Her phone vibrated again. Another investor canceling a meeting. She closed her eyes, inhaled slowly, and called David. We file for dismissal tomorrow, she said. I'm done letting them define the story. For the next 72 hours Anna and her team worked without rest. She gathered every financial document from the past decade, proof that every property had been purchased after her mother's removal from the company. David organized them into a courtroom binder thicker than a dictionary. When dawn came, Anna stood at her office window, looking down at the quiet city below. They thought I'd fold under pressure, she said. David, exhausted but smiling, replied, Instead you built a wall of proof. She nodded. And tomorrow that wall will stand in court. The courthouse buzzed with reporters the next morning. Anna walked past them head high, flanked by David and two assistants carrying boxes of evidence. Inside, the courtroom felt cold, almost sacred. Her mother sat at the plaintiff's table, dressed softly in blue, eyes red as if from crying. Mark and Lisa sat beside her, avoiding Anna's gaze. Hanley rose to speak first. Your Honor, this case is about family trust, about a mother who helped her daughter build a company, only to be erased. Mary dabbed her eyes dramatically. I just wanted my family to stay together, she whispered. David stood next, his tone calm and direct. Your Honor, the plaintiffs rely on outdated documents and emotional manipulation. We have notarized filings showing that Mary Brooks was removed as co-owner 8 years ago, signed by her own hand. He projected the document onto a screen. The courtroom lights dimmed, and everyone could see Mary's signature under the removal clause. Murmurs rippled through the room. David continued, Furthermore, we have proof that the $15,000 she contributed was fully repaid with interest. The bank statements are clear. Then he displayed a certified timeline of all 5 Brooks property acquisitions, each dated years after Mary's removal. Hanley tried to interrupt. She didn't understand what she signed, he argued. David smiled faintly. Then perhaps she'll understand this. He handed the judge a transcript of Grace's notes, proof that the family had discussed pressuring Anna to settle before trial. The judge's brow furrowed as he read the words aloud. She'll settle before trial rather than risk her reputation. The courtroom fell silent. Mary's face drained of color. David added one final exhibit, a video from the day of the estate planning dinner, showing her family measuring rooms and raising champagne in Anna's building. The judge leaned back, expression unreadable. After a long pause, the judge spoke. Mrs. Brooks, this court finds your actions coercive and without merit. The evidence clearly shows that you relinquished all ownership rights years before these properties were acquired. Mary tried to speak, but the judge raised a hand. The case is dismissed with prejudice. The gavel hit the desk, final and echoing. The words hung in the air, dismissed with prejudice, meaning they could never sue again. The judge wasn't finished. The plaintiffs are ordered to pay $12,000 in attorney's fees and are prohibited from making further false claims regarding Brooks Property Limited. As the courtroom emptied, Anna sat motionless for a moment, letting the verdict sink in. Then she exhaled a deep, trembling breath that carried months of exhaustion. Outside, cameras flashed, reporters shouted questions, but she kept walking. Hanley passed her in the hallway murmuring, "Well played." He didn't look back. That evening she stood alone in the lobby of 510 West Alder, the building that had started it all. Sunlight filtered through the tall windows, catching the gold lettering of Brooks Property Limited etched on the glass. "They wanted ownership," she whispered, "but I chose freedom." 3 months later, Brooks Property had fully recovered. The refinancing deal closed successfully, and new investors were eager to work with her. Grace joined the company as communications director, while David helped establish a women in business mentorship program Anna funded herself. The penthouse, once claimed by her mother, became her company's new conference room. On the wall, a bronze plaque read, "Boundaries build legacies." During the first board meeting of her new mentorship fund, Anna looked around at the young women developers and architects she was helping. "We can't choose our families," she said, smiling, "but we can choose our boundaries." The room erupted in warm applause. That evening, as she locked her office, Anna found an envelope on her desk, cream-colored, addressed in her mother's handwriting. Inside was a single line, "I only wanted to be remembered." Anna folded it carefully and placed it in her safe without opening the rest. Some things didn't need answers anymore. She looked around her office, her own space, her own creation, and smiled. Outside, the city glowed beneath the dusk. She had fought lies with truth and manipulation with documentation. Family had tried to take her empire, but in the end they only made her stronger. Moral lesson: true ownership isn't just about property or money, it's about self-respect, boundaries, and the courage to protect what you've built, even from those who share your last name. Thanks you for watching, and please remember to tell us where you are watching from today. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more of this.